kickoff 7:30. We'll be going live 7:30. We'll be going green. You're seeing it in front of you right now. That's 29 drivers is what it says. That's 28 will be hitting the track, as I will not be in there. One of my in-race reporters, can you guys send me a invite to the race so I can get back in? Because otherwise that would suck. So there's another league that my buddy Matty, he actually runs. And then on the dirt side, my brother actually races. These guys have decided to do a GC takeover. Batman Pew Pew here qualified 25th. Matty qualified, I think, 24th. And NB, all three of them are actually in the broadcast booth with me if you guys want to say hello.
What's up?
Hello.
NB qualified the worst of them. That's no bueno. You're going to start 26th once I back out of 28. That's a rough one. 29 now. Right, so you guys seen the custom race. The viewers at home, you guys seen the custom race. We're going to have 25%. That's 22 laps here at the Watkins Glen. There's going to be one pit stop for these guys and no caution. So I'm going to say it's going to be wreck avoidance, but I'm going to start with you, Batman. What are you looking at as your first race here with these guys? What are you most excited and least excited about?
Least excited is it's a road course. Most excited, just to have fun. Sounds like a fun league. Let's go out and see what I can do.
All right, I'm going to go with Maddie. We're going to go over to you, right? So, same concept, but what are you most concerned about? Not necessarily like threatened or whatever, but what is your strategy? What are you going to try to do to try to get the best finish you can here tonight?
I'm going to try to just miss everything in turn one of lap one.
Right, so you're going to be involved in everything. Roger that.
Everything.
NB, I'm going to go over to you, buddy, right? So you don't really even know, you haven't even really heard much about GC Sports, right? Until you kind of joined a lobby, a chat party, and then you heard Maddie and Batman talking about how they were going to be in one, right? So what are you join a lobby that's got 29 drivers getting ready to go to a road course. How are you looking at it, and what are you going to try to do to get a good finish?
My best option is just to look for a good clean line, keep the pace, going up all the way through, and run the best race I can.
So the same as Matty, just get involved in everything then.
That's absolutely right.
Listen, now, you guys heard me in the last one. I had a rough time doing the broadcast by myself, so I brought in some buddies. They're racing here tonight. They're going to try to move up in the points. They're a couple weeks late. Some of these guys are looking to be full-time drivers here, which is, that's cool, and that's what we do here at GC. We try to bring guys in. To viewers at home, they may not know the C group, which is our entry level that runs on Sunday. This is more of we have a good time. We're here to race, get some points, advance our way through. Hopefully, B group, you start getting a little bit more speed, a little more hold your line, a little bit better, a little more serious, but still more for fun. And then the A group, of course, if you advance there, that's your sweaty tryhards that that they have two mop buckets next to them while they're racing because they sweat that bad. I'm one of those guys, right? But I love coming down here and seeing the new talent. Some of these names in the field I would have never heard of if it wasn't for other leagues or like this BS14. Never heard of him before a couple weeks ago. NB I'd never really heard of until I started racing with Misfit. So it's really kind of cool. This is where people that are just now hearing of you hop in and they get to race in a big race like this. As I'm going to start the timer, we have 29 drivers getting ready to go green at a road course. Turn one is going to be crazy.
Oh my God.
Listen, Denkate out there on YouTube said that he stinks. I only have one word of advice for that. If you stink, I shower once in a while. Maybe you could try. I'm just messing with you. Bad for you racing. He's one of our point guys here. He's raced on a regular basis here. I really like. So I got a blue screen here and accept some of these invites, but I really like the idea of what's been going on here tonight. So in real life at NASCAR, you have what's considered a road course ringer, your Boris Sedge, your Ron Fellows. They show up and they run these road courses, right? And I'm not saying that about these Misfits guys in the chat with me, but there are, like the JCR group showed up. They said they might be one-off. T-Bird in the custom said it's a one-off race for him, right? Because he's got a setup. It's a good, fun race. People enjoy racing the road courses. To me, that's equivalent to having these guys show up and run a road course as your road course ringer. How cool is that you have some of the best showing up for their one-off race and you guys get to run against them?
I think that's awesome. Yeah.
be
Knowing that
tough.
there's some pro league guys in here definitely makes it a little bit more of a interesting field as well.
Brian Brown out there, which is his bad for you. He starts second tonight. He said, "Let's go, boys. Thanks, Tattoo." The name's Tatty, but I knew what you meant. You're definitely welcome, bro. Hopefully, this is a good time. I'm expecting this to be some carnage. Anybody that's from the Northeast, they call these enduro races up north where you just run what you run and you die or you don't die. But we're underway here at Watkins Glen. We're going down into turn 1, 14. That's bad for you. 99 newcomer, lights 903 wheels. He's decided to join 37. You've seen him in the last race. That is JCR McLovin. He's trying to go back to back and make his way into the races this week for the B group. Keep in mind, guys, the winner of this race does get to race tomorrow night in the B group. Bad for you racing in that 14 Stuart Haas Ford Mustang is doing an amazing job. He takes the early lead by about 3 car lengths over one of the best here on road courses. That is JCR McLovin. One of the drivers, the 20, that is Chit Ass Wasted, is going flying through the bus stop. So if I'm him, you're having a bad day. One of the things I like to do here as a broadcast in the early laps, you're now seeing the race leader. They've spread out. This is a minute and a half, or a minute and 10 seconds or so per lap. They're almost done. You're a couple minutes into the race, right? So I want to give you a rundown of the field, let you know who everybody is, so when you see them, there are duplicates, unfortunately, because I had a small amount of time to get everybody in the right car. 14, bad for you racing. 99 was your pole sitter. That's light 903 wheel up. He's one of your fueled up racers. Followed by JCR McLovin. That's, JCR. Trash Can Pandas. Just kidding. Dank Booty Flakes in the 21. JCR Titans. He did not race the custom race, but here he is in the Sliders series. That's the 24 Jeff Gordon style. Chit Ass Wasted. That is last week's winner in the number 20. Tiller in the 6, another one of the fueled up owners. He's wrecking on the S curves. It looks like he just got loose. The 12, that's Tollison.
Oh
62.
my God, it's crazy.
62 is JWoww is back. There is 2 62s. The 1 is old Johnny Boy. You've seen him in the 3 last week. He's in the 1 this week. Looks like JWoww wrecked. And so is old Johnny Boy now wrecking. That's no bueno. Mac Attack in the number 17 custom. Fat Taco SOB is out of the race in the 53 car. There's the other 62, the BS14 cars. Hellraiser in the 19 fueled up motorsports. Travis Tyson in the number 3. Brian SP00 Pro 75, last week's custom setup series winner in the number 88. Ronnie Noggle in the number 32, one of the Next Car Racing League owners. Pork Chop 42, Denkate in the 9, Cards Fan in the number 4 Bush Apple car. JCR Clash, another JCR guy. Horrible starting spot for him in that 51 Rowdy Toyota. Matty Ice, that's one of our in-race reporters in this ugly number 32 Chevy Camaro.
Shut your mouth, it's beautiful.
Batman Pew Pew in the all-black number 52 that makes it almost impossible to see a number. DJ Smoka in the Sunoco Bubba Wallace 43 car. NB, our other in-race reporter, in what looks to be third to last in the 38 car. 10 Titan for life in the 77. The Dirty Dog in the 66. Plays official in the 41. And we're back to not our race leader, but the guy that started on the pole. He's still in second as he follows outside pole sitter Bad For You Racing. All right, listen, here's the deal. Broadcasting by myself, there's 11 live viewers. Somebody say something or ask something so I can have a reason to talk, other than just hearing myself talk. Maddie.
Yeah, how's it going?
You got 29 cars on track. This is a road course. What are you thinking, bud?
Thinking I should have had pork chops for dinner.
Are you around the 42 car? Like, are you around Pork Chop? Is that why you're thinking that?
Yes. I know, I just glanced up and went through the field to see where I was at and saw his name, and it made me think of pork chops for dinner.
No bueno. We have the Custom Series race winner, McLovin. You guys have seen enough of that car. He is a Trash Can Panda. Just kidding, McLovin. You know I love you. But he is in third place behind Light 903 Wheels Up, with his buddy JCR Titans following him. But one of the big surprises here, Dank Booty Flakes. He's been struggling this season. Had a mediocre speed, but he he's running here in the top 5, so dang booty flakes with a good run so far. Titans, we talked about, he's running 4th. Shit ass wasted, he's running here behind the 17 of Mac Attack, battling with the 51 of JCR Clash, and they're side by side going through the final corner. These, you're going to see a lot more people spinning out and getting really, really loose on the exit, even if they see it simply, or save it, simply because this is a slider race, right? So you guys got to see a custom race where the drivers got to, you run a lap around the track with your setup, you want to make an adjustment, oh, it's really tight here, it's really loose there, the exit's bad, I feel like my nose is drifting. You can adjust the car accordingly, right? Here you can't do that. These are the sliders. You can't adjust the way the car feels. The only thing you can adjust is your tire pressures, your tape, and your wedge. So you can tighten or loosen the car, but it might help you in one corner and affect you in another, as well as the tire wear here is guaranteed you're going to wear the left front more than you wear the rest of the tires. The problem with that is, on a pit stop, you don't have that same strategy where you can take just right sides only. There is no option to take left sides only. So when these guys come to pit stops, you will see 4 tire stops for the whole field. MB, how bad you hating life back there, bud?
Not too bad. I'm just trying to keep it under control. One up behind me here, one driving away from me, unfortunately.
We got still 11 viewers out there. DJ Smoka is the fan favorite from the Maverick. Anybody else watching out there, who do you guys want to see? I'm trying to make sure that you guys all get to see who you guys want to see, as well as, man, I kind of want to know who the fan favorites are here. Pork Chop, the guy that made Maddie hungry, he's sitting here in this number 42 Credit 1 Chevrolet, doing a pretty good job. He just got through the turn number 1, which there's a lot of problematic points here, right? So, Batman, I don't know if you're in the midst of a battle. I'm over here at you. You're going through turn 1. The dirt dog got loose, right? So I seen that happen. But turn 1, problematic. You got to avoid things that happen. The S-curves, you can get loose. You have the bus stop. The carousel, people tend to drift up high, as well as the final corner. How's the car handling, and how are you feeling now that you're in open air?
Well, it's kind of loose everywhere, but it's to be expected here. I'm not really a good road course racer. Just hope to hold on and get a top 20. That'd be good.
Top 20 out of 29 drivers, that's what people are aiming for here. That says a lot when you come to a league, right? And people are like, man, I hope I can get a top 20. That really says a lot. Most leagues don't even have 20 drivers in there, much less aiming for that position. Kind of scrolling through the field, we do have a couple drivers that are out of the race. We have Fat Taco SOB in the 53, as well as now Plays Official in one of the number 41 cars. Back up front, the battle for the lead is starting to intensify. These guys still are not side by side. I apologize, this is not the battle for the lead, this is the battle for second, as Light 903 wheel up is now falling to third, as JCR McLovin was able to get by them. Do a lap with Dirt Dog. That's a scary thought, but we'll do it. Here we are riding along with Dirt Dog. Got really loose entering turn 1, but he was tight on the exit. Off. That's interesting. That's not normally how it goes. He puts his nose in the grass going through the S corners. That is not the fastest way, but hey, that's a good way to slow up so you don't wreck. So Dirt Dog trying to do a good solid lap here. He's going to go down this little straightaway just before the bus stop. This is a hard braking point to the viewers at home. You got a quick right, quick left. Another quick left into the right-hand corner. This next section, this is what we call the carousel. So if you hear me call the carousel, this is what it is. You don't normally use the inside wall to help yourself turn. Dirt Dog had some issues, decided to. You have this big exit ramp on the outskirts of the carousel. You're going to go down this little back stretch here before you get into turn, I believe, 8, which is a left-hander, but you got to set yourself up for the right-hander that's going to come immediately after, which is also the final corner. And something else that we haven't talked about, and I didn't talk about this in the customs or yet here in the sliders race, the biggest thing here that a lot of people struggle with is not only is it a road course, but you also have shifting points. Like, you don't normally have to deal with that in league racing, right? Like, you get into 4th gear and it's race time, it's time to go. But here at these road courses, you're up and down in the gear shifts the whole race long. bad for you racing in the 14, still leading the field. This looks not much different than what happened in the custom race, as McLovin was able to tear away. But one of the biggest things that happens in these road course races that doesn't tend to happen so much in the oval tracks, but when you get clean air to your front end, you can make up a lot of time. When you're battling drivers that have different braking points than you can't hit your lap consistently, and because of that, your lap times fall off dramatically, right? So the 14, a bad for you racing, he is your race leader, but he is able to just straight up have good clean racing here. Like he has nobody to battle, nobody to nothing until they get up to lap traffic, so he's trying to pull away. But in the meantime, the custom groups race winner of McLovin is catching him for the race lead. I'm going to try to find a battle here on screen as we see Chit Ass Wasted. I believe that is JWoww's back behind him, but I'm not sure. That could be BS14. Is the 20 is between two 62s. 162 is JWoww, 162 is BS14. I don't know which one's which, but I'm going to step away for about 35 to 40 seconds as I've been drinking tonight and need to pee.
Honest man.
That he is.
I don't know about YouTube, but my car has gone to like garbage.
Mine's actually coming around.
Yeah, I can tell yours is coming around. That's what I'm thinking as well. OMB! You killed him!
That's kind of one of the positives about having an in-race reporter, right? You get to hear some of the race chatter, right? So these guys, this is a road course, and via what you chose, whether it be a slider or a slider 2 or a slider 9, right? Your car's going to react one way at the beginning and a different way at the end, and everybody's dealing with that. You typically want a looser slider at the road courses, but if you pick a loose setup, it's really, really loose at the beginning, but it's really comfortable at the end as your tires start wearing. Now go to the other end where you start tight and you might loosen up towards the end, and where it finally starts feeling comfortable, but there is no happy medium. And one of the big deals here about the C group and the sliders is everybody comes up with pit road adjustments that you can come to pit road. You can make an adjustment and make the car feel the way that you want it to. The problem with that is there's only one pit stop in this race, and you need to run that first section of the race almost dry before you make your stop, and because of that, it really, really costs you on the amount of time that you've been able to race the track with your setup. So you really need to get
right now, Caddy.
yeah, I've been catching them. I just got the 6 Attiller coming off pit road, the one of old Johnny Boy, who's one of your top guys in the points. Those guys are pitting. Mac Attack, he's getting loose here. But right, so you guys haven't been able to adjust your car, not pitting yet, right? So you guys are at the mercy of whatever your stock slider is.
Yes. Well, do me a favor, what's the speed limit?
9,212. Don't worry, Matty, you'll never hit that mark. Riding along with Den Kate here via Paw Bear's request.
Oh. Fucked up, Batman. Fucked up, Batman.
Can't say that on air.
I screwed up.
Much better.
Really, I did the other word.
Rubbed him out there in YouTube land. Maverick is not in this race, just so you know, Rub. He was in the custom race that happened here just about a half an hour ago. As we continue to ride along here with NK, whenever either one of you get the opportunity, can somebody give me a lap count? How many laps we got left here out of the 22?
We're at lap 12. I'm coming by for lap 12, so leader's on 13. And they're right behind me.
So they have about 10 laps to go, is where we're sitting. Cards fan, I'm a little surprised to not see him so far up front. I say that, I have no idea what position he's in. I know that the leader is the car that's in front of everybody else. And I know that there's 29 of them out there.
Leader is a 37.
So McLovin's our race leader. Okay, so he was not the leader before. 14 was, but I don't
He
know.
was 14 pit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get at. I'm seeing the 14 on pit road now. Okay, the 14 is still moving. He's coming off pit road. I was concerned maybe he lagged out or something, but he has not. Matty Ice, in-race reporter, about to go lap down to our race leader, McLovin. Rob, I don't need no water, bud. I got beer right here. Excuse me. I have a malt beverage.
Oh.
The voice does get a little hoarse, though, when you're the solo broadcaster for 2 races. Luckily, we're only doing 25%ers, so I had that little 30-minute break. Here comes one of the 62s, straight out on the track, right in front of the 32. Matty Ice avoids him. No contact is made. 37 to McLovin and did make a little contact with the 32, but he's able to get by him. Race leader, that is him right now. The 37 Energizer Bunny, Trash Can Panda, and that JCR McLovin. Still leading the way. No idea who's in second, third, fourth, or fifth. Dank Booty Flakes, I know he was one of your leaders. He seems to be catching up on another in-race reporter of Batman Pew Pew in that custom number 52. JCR Titans back here in the 25. He's somewhere on track. Yep. At this point, I'm just scrolling through the field. I have no idea what's a battle for position or what is not, as we are still finishing this cycle of green flag pit stops. Tiller in the 6, he's making his stop. Tollison out there on track. One of our more consistent finishers here in the 12, as he is finishing the top 10 both races this season. 62, one of the 62s, that's JCR. JWoww is back. This is he's one of those iRacing guys, swapped over, came over here. He's decided to go back to the console side. He's running right in front of in-race reporter NB, who is right near Lights 903 Wheel Up, who was one of our top 3 earlier. So I don't know if JWoww maybe got into a podium spot himself or what's going on.
I know he just got taken out.
Who did? 99?
The one that was in front of me about 99.
The one that... Okay, so the 99 ended up wrecking somebody else, is what you're saying? That was... trying to get to him. JY was back. He's now back here battling with all of these cars, so I can see where that was an issue. Sorry to anybody at home that I just gave a seizure clicking through these names so quick.
A-hole.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, like, you probably shouldn't watch something like this when somebody is at the mercy of clicking through all this stuff. JWoww gets really loose, and he loops it. 62 car around. Oh, and 62 car on pit road out of the race. He's decided to call it a night here at the Glen. Unfortunate tail of event there, as Pork Chop is getting Mac attacked and you hear this battle between the 42 and the 17. Pretty good one. 2 really good fast drivers that these guys are. Mac Attack is a custom series regular, but trying to do the sliders tonight. He does plan on running full time in this group. He just now realized that you can do both, so expect to see the 17 car on a weekly basis. Pork Chop looks like he's going to pull off and go down pit road, so pit cycle's still happening, as we should be coming to 6 laps to go or so.
15 out of 22.
For you, but you're a lap down, yeah?
I'm a lap down, yeah.
Right, so yeah, that would leave 5 laps to go. 6 laps to go. 6. Who's your race leader, guys? 37 still?
37 still, he's on pit road.
Well, as the leader if he's on pit road.
Because he just hit pit road.
Boy, NB, you're in a gaggle of cars. Yeah, listen, if I wanted to be anywhere on track, it would not be right here. 5-car gaggle of people. NB, first race here ever, gets to be involved in that same gaggle. Batman, looks like you're catching that gaggle.
Yeah, I am. My car's starting to handle pretty well.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, just looking at this group, I've peed twice. I'm a little nervous for the whole group of cars, but they're doing a pretty good job so far. That's Dank Booty and Tiller up there in the 6 and the 21, pulling away with 10 Titan. The 38 is NB, the 00 I believe to be Brian, SP, and Batman chasing them both. Okay, so there's a car winning. There's a car in second and somebody's in third. I believe the 37 is still your race leader.
Yes.
In front of the 14 Bad For You Racing. So the 14 pit, he was in the lead. Come off pit, he wasn't in the lead. Cycle has gone through, still didn't get the lead back. McLovin looking for the clean sweep of the C group here tonight. Not necessarily a driver you would expect to see in a C group, but here at GC Sports we are fair and make everybody go through the same process. There is no exceptions whatsoever. So the JCR group is involved in that. Bad For You Racing, unfortunately, is one of those drivers that will most likely never advance out of the C group. Not because of points, but simply because he's a weekend racer style. He can't really race on the weekdays, so that's kind of why we put the C group on Sundays, to get him and Cards Fan a place to be able to call home and be able to race on the leagues. Now, he is gaining, it looks like, on that 37 in McLovin, so Bad For You doing a great job so far in that number 14 Ford Mustang. Really, Stuart Haas should have asked him to drive instead of Glen Boyer. I think my dog is barking outdoors. Give me a few seconds.
That's alright, man. Good racing.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. My dog wrapped herself around a light pole about 13,212 times. All right, let's see. We still got 37 in the race lead. 14 is definitely closing. He's now within about a car and a half, 2 car lengths. Both of them making mistakes through the bus stop. 14 is now within about 2 car lengths. Should be coming to about 2 to go.
Yes.
Yeah, my math is horrible, but I know that when it says 2 to go, there's usually only 2 laps to go. Because of that, we're going to watch this battle for the race win, as this is heating up. This is getting really good. McLovin is, I mean, he is a road course guy. Like, the dude's fast, but Bad For You is showing, hey, I'm no push around. I don't know who's in third, but I'm assuming it's whoever's behind these two. Booger McFarland fact of the day: if you're behind the people in first and second, you're probably running in third. Bad For You is there. They're coming down the straight, getting ready to go into the bus stop. 37 hits his mark. 14 is going to lose a little bit of ground. McLovin on the exit of the bus stop actually extends to about a full car length, but it looks like the 37 is good in the later half of the lap, while the 14 is better in like turn 1 and through the S's. And now is about to a car and a half stretch. I'd say probably about 0.3, 0.4 seconds, but the draft is on normal, so these big straightaways, the 14 is going to be able to utilize that number 37 Chevrolet's draft. He takes he dives it in deep into the final corner. Contact is made. 37 drifts up the track. 14 to the inside. The one of old Johnny Boy is spinning on the front stretch. They're both able to avoid it. He drifts up high. They're about to make contact. 14 going into the final corner. This should be the last lap. He gets the inside line. He makes the pass on the 37. 37 with the crossover. Contact is made side by side as they get ready to go into the S turns. Bad For You is trying to hold on. They're still making contact side by side, still side by side as they're going through the S's. Final corner on the S14, trying to cross over the 37. They're going down that little backstretch or short chute just before the bus stop. They're still side by side. 14 looking to the inside. He's trying to get position. 37 cuts his nose off through the bus stop. 37 has now extended his lead to about a half a car length. 14 diving it in deep each corner, trying to get the position. He gets his right sides into the grass, but he's going to try to get the exit speed. Unable to do so, still about a 1 car length gap between these two cars. They have lap traffic, though. Will they catch them? 2 corners remain here at Watkins Glen. 37 is going to try to hit his mark. 14 dives it in deep. He takes it wide. He's going to have the preferred lane as they get ready to go into the final corner. 14 dives it in hard, but he's unable to get to the rear bumper of that 37. They come off the back, off that final corner onto the front stretch. 37, I believe, to be your race winner.
Yes.
Yep.
What a last lap. What a drive by those 2 cars. They look like they're still under speed.
Yeah, I think they are.
That is not the checkered flag. 14 has taken the race lead, guys.
Yeah.
You don't have a timer going up in your deal? If you had a timer, then the race is over. If you don't have a timer, then bad for you. Racing is now your race leader. He took it over in the turn 1. 37 is driving the wheels off that Energizer Chevrolet. He cuts the corner. Yes, that's illegal, but you can't do it lap after lap. That is via the rules. The 37 not doing it lap after lap, trying to race the piss out of that car. Excuse me for my language, but the 37 driving the crap out of that car. He's trying to catch 14. There's about a half a car length. 37 dives it in deep, moves the 14. 14 goes flying up the track and wrecks. The 14 spins. The 37 will win the race. After the contact is made, JCR McLovin will become your race winner here at Watkins Glen and make it a back-to-back win for that Energizer Bunny Chevrolet. But one driver not happy, but is going to be exciting for me to listen to in the post-race interviews, the number 14, who will still receive a podium finish. Uh-oh.
That's an awesome finish.
Ow.
I mean, you're going to have your hands full, bro.
Yep. Well, I did what I wanted to do. I got a top 20 finish.
And
Thank
guess
you,
what?
Aqua Daddy, for letting me race.
Yeah, do you guys have the official top 3?
Yes, I do. It was McLovin, Bad for You, and Light 903.
Light 903 wheel up.
Yep,
Yes, sir.
All right, broadcast booth is about to get exciting, ladies and gentlemen. I know that you guys are
Awesome
thinking about
job,
leaving
man.
right now, but I'm just throwing it out there. But being a part of this chat here for the next probably 5 minutes might be intriguing.
Oh, I'm muting Mike. Great racer, guys. Aqua Tatty, thanks for letting me run this.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
man.
you, Aqua Daddy.
Listen, I know
This
that
was
your
fun.
guys' league is on break, and you guys are obviously more than welcome to join back up for next week. We don't race next week, so scratch that 3. But whenever, I mean, if it doesn't coincide with y'all's league, I know that, again, I know you guys are on break, but if it doesn't coincide with your guys' stuff, you guys are more than welcome to return week after week.
I think I will be returning. I have.
Yeah, I
It
think
should
I'll
be
be
pretty
back.
good for Sundays.
All right.
Thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Tatty.
Yeah. All right. Like 903 wheels, you're in here. Yeah?
Yep.
You got your voice set to always allow?
What?
You got your voice set to always allow?
Oh, yeah.
All right, before I get to the post-race interview, let me get the full official results here. All right, final finishing order for the ladies and gentlemen at home, in case you're keeping track of your driver. McLovin, Bad for You, Light 903 Wheel. Up 10, Titan for Life, Clashing. Booty Flakes, BS14, Tiller, Wasted and Tolleson is your top 10. Noggle, Pro 75, Mac Attack, Cards Fan, Pork Chop, Old Johnny Boy, Brian SP, Hellraiser, Batman 19th, Travis Tyson rounds out your top 20. Matty Ice, NB, The Dirty Dog, Denkate, DJ Smoka, Titans, JWoww, Plays Official, and Fat Taco SOB. That is your full results here at the C Sliders of at Watkins Glen. Bad for You, do you have the broadcast going on in the background?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, appreciate it. All right, now I'm going to get to the post-race interviews. Light 903 wheel up. You started on the pole, I believe, actually. All right, so this is your first race in the slider group. A little bit different of what you've dealt with when you had to work your way up through, right? So you started on the custom side, and you were able to. We had stages, we had playoffs, we had all that the first season, right? We don't have that anymore. What do you think, and how was the racing out there first and foremost?
It was a great race. I mean, congratulations to the 1437. I couldn't catch up to him, but man, it was fun. It was clean, very clean up front, and it was good all around.
Uh, to be able to run with 29 cars at a track like Watkins Glen's got to be difficult in the first boat, right? You got to start up front, so you had to feel that that was an advantage. I'm assuming, right? But go over the mentality of knowing there's that many cars. Were you like hooked on hitting your marks, or were you more worried about going as fast as you can to be able to catch the leaders?
I was just trying to go as fast as I can, and then trying to hit my mark, trying to get away from everybody, and then start.
All right. Well, per usual, man, you're one of the front runners every week that you show up. You got a top three finish here, podium finish. This is your first race, so I've been asking kind of the guys all night long. But do you plan on sticking around and running in the slider group and potentially moving up, or was this a one-off being it's a road course?
I'm gonna stick around. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna try and stick around for as long as I can. Move up.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. And as far as everything goes, I'll see you next week. Not next week as we have a holiday break, but I'll see you here in about 2 weeks. And any questions, of course, just go ahead and get a hold of me. And congratulations on your podium finish.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Absolutely. Second place finisher. Guarantees not going to be happy, but number 14 is bad for you racing. Last few laps. Dude, that was crazy, right?
Yeah, that was pretty fun actually. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, so it's catch-22, right? Because you ended up on the receiving end of what was a really strong and aggressive move to win the race. But on the final lap, I do got to say on the final lap, moves were made. A lot of contact was made in the lap prior. I was actually calling it thinking it was the final lap. I don't know. I don't know if it was necessarily.
I wish it was. I really wish it was.
Yeah, I don't know if that ended up being essentially like retaliation from the contact lap before. I'd seen you pass the 37, but I thought the race was over, right? And I'm not saying that there was. I'm not saying there was any intentional wrecking whatsoever. I'm saying that cars were moving cars, right? And but at the end of the day. At the end of the day, to watch the two of you battle at a road course, bad for you. You are one of the better drivers in the game. That's why GC Sports put a weekend series together so we could bring you and Cards Fan back. JCR McLovin making his return to console, also one of the better road course drivers in the game. To be able to watch you two battle it out the way that we did, I have to honestly say it was an honor being a league owner to say that I got to watch that.
Yeah, it was fun. It really was. For the most part, it was fun. I didn't appreciate that last hit. He could have done something different.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Matt.
Hold on.
You actually wrecked me. No, you actually wrecked me.
Hey,
You
McLovin, I'll get back to you.
Matt, I'm trying to talk to you casually.
Right,
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying. On my
It's my
side
time
of
to
the
talk. So
Okay,
Guys,
my apologies. Go ahead.
McLovin, I'm broadcasting, but we'll talk about this all after. We'll figure that out later on, right? We're trying to be professional on the deal. This is you can say what you want, bad at this point, McLovin. You can say what you want after, and then after we go off air, you guys can talk it out in the same chat. I'm cool with that. But so bad, go ahead and continue. Second place finish.
my helmet off.
Contact was made, right? But at the end of the day, regardless whether you get the win or not, you're the driver that of the drivers that were in the battle, right? You and McLovin, you've shown up every week, right? McLovin just joining. So
I missed
on
the
a
first one.
okay, well, on a point standpoint, right? This has to do you good in trying to win a title, right?
Correct. I'm not complaining about the second place finish at all. He got me during the pit cycle. He came out like 1.5, and then I was slowly reeling him in, and then he made a couple mistakes in the bus stop, and I was actually able to catch him. We did bump side by side. I mean, that was all fair game, love, and war right there, but I didn't wreck him, so that's all I got to say.
All right. Well, listen, man. Per usual, whenever I get to talk to you, It's an honor having you out there. I've done this in the past, dude. I'll always try my best as a league owner to make a series on the weekend because I know you have a hard time in the weekdays. But
Yeah, me and Cards appreciate that a lot.
yeah, I mean, it's a blast, bro, being able to get both you guys. To me, you guys are two of the highest honor drivers out there. I've known you guys for a couple years now, and great job out there. And second place finish, you can't be upset. So congratulations, man.
I'm very happy with it. Appreciate it, Teddy. And I am actually available on the weekdays now. I'm on first shift, so.
All right, over to YouTube land. Over to YouTube land. JWell asked why I'm breathing hard. I'm breathing hard because I thought things were about to get out of control. I had to slow it down there. And bad, if you're available on the weekdays now, that's awesome because if you finish top 12 in points, that means you are eligible to qualify for the B group, which is on Mondays. So keep that in mind as you run through with this point series. With that said, that is bad for you, the number 14 Ford Mustang with your second place finish here at the Glen. And now we're going to move on to our race winner. I feel like recently we've spoke to him. I still think he's a trash can panda. But JCR McLovin, you, our race winner, clean sweep of the C group for the first time in GC Sports history. You've won 2 races. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, it's all right. Feels okay, man. I don't really have much to say. Like, I want to speak it out with Bad after the fact because I don't know how it looked on his side. But with 2 to go, I mean, it was okay. He just kind of just doored me out of the way, but I wasn't really mad because it was side by side. Was able to get back behind him. He did run me down when I put those fresh tires on. The car just wasn't the same. But then coming to the white flag there, going into turn 1, at least on my end, he just literally shoved me out the way, like in the back of the bumper, just knocked me out of the way. And it kind of teed me off. I don't know if that's the bubble thing for NASCAR heat or what, but I was for sure going to return the favor if I got back to him. It was nothing personal against him, but I just was expecting not to get drilled going into turn 1, and because we had raced clean up to that point, but it happened, so I returned the favor. We could talk it out. I wasn't trying to wreck him. I was just trying to move him out the groove, but it happens.
I'm going to be honest, on my end, and you guys can go back in the stream and watch it, right? So on my end, it was a Marcos Ambrose, Brad Keselowski race at the end. There was lots of contact made between the 2 cars, 2 laps battling hard. One car won. Luckily, yes, it did cause bad for you to spin out, but he did still finish second, so it's not like it destroyed a race, right? That's my take on it. I
had a lot of fun battling him. Yeah. I really did. I knew he had a little bit more worn tires and on heat. You know, that's everything. It's like gives you more. It's weird. You're faster on older tires.
Yeah, and your car handles a lot better. You don't get as loose on the exits and stuff like that.
He did a great job running me down. It's just, at least on my end, he legit just ran me over in a 1, and that's the only reason I did what I did. If I didn't think he would have done that, you know me. I wouldn't have came in there and retaliated. Just how I felt at the moment.
Yeah.
And I've never had problems with him before. We've ran public lobbies together, so I mean, I have no issues with the dude. I know he doesn't think highly of me right now, probably, but it was just based on what happened on my side going in the 1. That's why I did what I did.
So I'm going to throw the big deal here, right? So you've now qualified for the B group in both sliders and customs, right? Mm-hmm. Well, this happens to be road course week in GC Sport. So tomorrow and Wednesday, you're now eligible to drive. Get with me. I'll get you a number as the number you've been driving is taken. But Road America tomorrow night at 7:35 Eastern and 8:05 Eastern on Wednesday. So are we going to see you at both races?
Yeah, you'll probably see me at Road America. Okay. Preset side, not sure about. You'll definitely see me on the setup side because I've already been working on something.
Okay, well, just so that you're aware, via the YouTube, it's now been requested that you need an in-car video, and you, because of the contact, you now have to wear a Cowboys jersey during those races.
JWoww can suck a fat one.
And JWoww's not the one that said it, so ouch.
Then who said it?
Clashing.
Oh, well, Clashing can too.
All right, man. Per usual, again, congratulations, top 3 finish, a win for you. That's huge. And again, to see you guys in the JCR group, first off, it was an honor that you guys raced the first race and then wanted to run the second one after. And second, man, I hope you guys stick around. It's a blast having you guys here. And here at GC, we're trying to build, the honors of having one of the better leagues in the league, right? And so bringing in names such as the JCR group, the Bad Frews, the Card Fans, we have the Pro Leaguers, we have, there's so many names out there. We have Robbie Racing from freaking Australia, which he's from Europe, FYI. But all these drivers, right? Like, you guys make this league why it's so noteworthy and why people want to be here. So first and foremost, I want to thank you, and then second, I want to congratulate you. And no response back to that. So that's your race winner, JCR McLevin. Second place, we had Bad For You. Third place, we had Light 903 Wheel Up. And then we had 26 drivers behind those three, 29 car field at Watkins Glen. Yes, we had incidents, but for the most part, it was really good racing. We had the custom race prior. But that's going to do it here for the GC Sports Racing at Watkins Glen in the C Group. Tune in tomorrow night, 7:30-ish. We'll be going live for the Road America race for the B Group. And from everyone here at GC Sports, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night.